Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Jew Talk. Bada boom, bada bam. The greatest thing I'm gonna give, so I'm gonna answer some questions, then I'm gonna do a little announcement. If you missed the stream, but streams are coming back hopefully next couple of days until like the end of this week because, well, we'll get to that announcement in a second. But I'll go through some of these questions quickly. What's the major difference between Hebrew and Yiddish? Pretty big difference. They're like just different languages, honestly, but they both are spelled with Hebrew letters. Imagine Yiddish is a combination. Imagine Yiddish is German, like words and like sounds and pronunciations written in Hebrew letters, right? Sort of like how like Spanish has like some like a lot of English letters, but they're completely different words. So that's sort of what Yiddish is for German, I guess. But there's some overlap with some Hebrew words as well. And it was mainly Jews in Germany, like that's mainly where the language stems from, or like Poland, things like that, probably even older. Mukbang, hell no. Are dill pickles kosher? I believe there's a brand called Kosher Dill Pickles, so if you get the right brand. Favorite part of being Jewish? Holidays, other religious events, etc. Having a purpose, honestly, that's honestly what it comes down to. Having a purpose, having an overall purpose. I feel like a lot of people are pondering often, but I don't have to ponder because I know my purpose. Where does the weather control myth come from? It's actually a good question. I forgot. I mean, probably medieval stuff when they probably thought we were like witches and things. I don't even know because we were doing rituals where we wash our hands for purity. They probably thought we were doing magic. That's just a guess. You could easily Google that probably and get at a more thorough answer. Am I planning to go live in Israel? No. Do the thug shaker? No. Did I forget to do Jew talk? Yes. How do Chabad, Lubavitch young men like yourself celebrate Purim? Am I a drinker? No, because I'm 20 and underage drinking's against the law. But yeah, you go, yeah, there's parties. You're supposed to have a meal on Purim, a nice meal. The commandment, actually, it's a real commandment, is you're supposed to get drunk enough, not me because that's against law, but someone of legal age, you should get drunk enough that you confuse, you don't know the difference between Haman and Mordecai. Those are the English words. Basically, Haman was the bad guy and Mordecai was like the good guy, essentially. And so they say you should get so drunk that you confuse them. You don't even know the difference between them. It's a commandment that you're supposed to do. Until you don't know the difference. But I don't, that's underage. That's against the law. Why do I always stream on Wednesdays, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and rarely on the weekends? What day is it today? Is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. Oh shit, bro caught me red-handed. That's not true. You can look at my past few streams. Some of them are on Sundays, so I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, I stream during the week. Why? Because this is what I do. So, like, I do nothing during the week. Like, weekends are when I'm on break also, you know? Like, so Sundays, I stream on Sundays. How to make good content? I'm still figuring that shit out. How to make good cholent. Maybe I'll make a video making a cholent. It's like a stew, for those who don't know. How to have good bowel movement? Don't eat food. If you're Jewish, you can't really have good bowel movement. You're just sort of born with terrible bowel movement. Is the Kennedy curse real? The story goes that one of the Kennedys, like John F. Kennedy's, who we descended from, was being anti-Semitic, so a rabbi cursed them and their grandchildren, and that's why like all the Kennedys like end up dying and this thing. So what's funny is I've heard that story, so I know you're not just like pulling that out of your, like I've heard that story actually. It's definitely, listen, I mean, it's folklore. It's interesting, though. It's interesting. And you probably could find this, like, the source of which rabbi it was and that it actually happens. Whether the curse is real, that's a whole nother thing. But it is definitely interesting, that's for sure. Could God make a boulder he wouldn't be able to lift? I ain't answering these freaking deep questions. Yes and no. But no, but yes. Okay, let's see if there's any more before I get to an announcement. There's a lot of people answering questions in Jew Talk. That's not your job. That's my job. Don't answer questions in the Jew Talk. Just ask questions. Okay, so the red heifers. Basically, when the Messiah comes, there's like a red cow and that cow is going to be slaughtered when the Messiah comes. So this guy says there are supposedly 4 of them now, waiting until they're old enough. Okay, this is a very Jewish question. I'll try to make this as clear as possible. What are they gonna... So basically, yeah, you wait and they'll be ready when the Messiah comes, and then that's when you slaughter them. So what are they going to do with them if they turn out to be, this is very technical. Honestly, yeah, I can't, this would have to be its own Jew talk, honestly, so I can't, it would be, there's a lot of terms I have to explain, it's too technical, so maybe another video I'll explain that. But yeah, there's too much words I have to translate. But yeah, there is an announcement that I have said on stream, which is I'm moving. The Ohio boy is becoming a Florida man. I'm moving down to Florida. And I'm going back and forth, doing all the shit. I got a place. It's going to take some time. So this week, I will be available. I'll stream a couple times, maybe even a little next week. But I'm going to be busy setting everything up, moving, you know? New setup, everything. So give me some time. But once I'm there, you obviously know that the grind is going to be real. The year of Jew Boy. Low-key, this is cringe. It's very cringe and a cliche thing to say. But I low-key have a good feeling about this year. Maybe this will be Jew Boy's year. Who knows? But I got a good feeling. Something about moving out, getting your own place. I don't know. Something about it. But, yeah, if I'm not as active, I apologize. But, yeah, that's the Jew Talk. Hope y'all enjoyed. Literally, God bless. Jew Talk Suggestions channel. Ask your questions.